Let's talk about the importance of networking when it comes to supersizing your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today's topic is the importance of networking, specifically with respect to the startup ecosystem when we're first starting our business. And the reason I like to talk about this and use it as an example is because networking, collaboration, connection, relationships are important, and actually they're imperative. They're more than just important. They make life, number one, fun, easier, and faster than if we're trying to do everything ourselves. So what are some of the benefits? Let's talk about let's go benefits first of networking, and then let's go the challenges of networking, because there's not that many, but people make it a big deal sometimes. The benefits of networking, of course, are building those connections, building relationships, and collaborating, having people to bounce your ideas off of. You get access to resources and opportunities that you wouldn't have if you're just sticking to it and trying to power through on everything yourself. You get knowledge sharing and mentorship. One of the most popular places and most common places I have met mentors in different industries was when I was breaking into or wanting to start a business in that industry. One of the first things I would do is attend industry events, get to know people, do some research. Nowadays with the internet, research is so easy. Back in the olden days when I was getting started, you had to do a lot more physical moving around and legwork and research, and you had to actually go to the Hill Reference Library. You had to go to the library and find things out, or you had to network with other people in order to make things happen. Nowadays, you can contact almost anyone via the internet through some platform or other. But I will contend that the best ways to still network with people are in person. That's why I think it's important that we attend functions and events for our industry and for other industries that are associated with or that we'd like to collaborate with. It helps us build partnerships and strategic alliances. Why? Because strategic alliances and partnerships are some of the fastest ways to grow and build and supersize our business at any stage of the game. And what are some of the challenges to networking? Why do people say they can't network? Number one, I don't have time. There's no time for me to, put myself out there and meet other people and build relationships. Okay. It all depends on your priorities, because we all have the same 24 hours in every single day. I used to be super duper busy, but I realized that it was not that I had to say yes to everything. It was me having to prioritize what was most important, what aligned with my goals for my business or my family or whatever my priorities were at the time. And then it made it easy to make decisions and choices as to what I would and would not do. And the same is true of networking. The other big reason people don't like to network is, I'm an introvert. I'm afraid of rejection. Who cares if you're networking and someone rejects you? Because there are billions of other people and opportunities on the planet. But the only way to overcome that fear of rejection is to put yourself out there, talk to people, mingle. I know so many people that are super successful business people that actually did door knocking or cold calling or door-to-door sales and things, because it got them really quickly and easily over the fear of rejection, because they knew that 95% of people were going to say no in their face. And so they learned how to handle all the objections. They learned how to not take it personally. And they learned that if somebody was rejecting them, it wasn't about them. It was not right for the person that they were approaching. The same is true when we're looking for mentors and anything else in building relationships. So tips for effective networking: well, get the heck out there and do it. Be genuine. Be yourself. Find mentors and alliances and people to network with that have common values and core values as you, so that you can be yourself. I think that if you're not authentic, if you're not who you really are, just like I learned this in corporate America, we all have veils and personas that we put out into the world for different situations. And I learned and had the most fun in my last few jobs in corporate America, because I learned that being who I was supposed to be according to the company mold and culture, if I didn't fit 100% into that culture, there was this rub and mismatch, and eventually I was going to leave and move on to something else because it didn't feel right to me. And if something doesn't feel right to us, we resist it. So I learned that being exactly 100% who I was, who I am, warts and all, actually served me really, really well in corporate America, because some of the things that people don't like about me were some of the most important things to move the business ahead. Also, we want to be proactive and consistent. We want to reach out to people, right? And try to build connections and network, as well as be consistent with our communication. Be consistent. And I will say, this is more true in mentorship relationships than in networking, but always do what it's important to everything. Always do what you say you're going to do. Always meet your commitments. Always follow up. Like with mentorships, if a mentor teaches you something and shares with you something, especially if it's a thing that they've had great success in, and you don't even take action on it, that will drive them nuts. And that's how you will lose a mentor faster than anything. The same is true of networking and relationships. If you don't follow up, if you're not consistent, if you're not proactive, and if you're not putting something into the relationship, you're not going to get anything out, because that is the law of reciprocity. That is the law, a universal law that we all need to live by. So that's it. I am curious today. Have you networked your way to supersizing your business? Have you've gone through the different stages of growth? Because it's important at every stage. And that's why I like to use the startup example. The startup example, especially because when you're just getting started, you need all the help you can get from a resource, education, knowledge, wisdom, lessons learned standpoint, so that you can hit the ground running and not make all the mistakes that everybody else has made, so that you can skip those and figure out mistakes of your own to make. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day. If I can help in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow with another way to supersize and grow your business. Right now, have a great day. Bye.